season as both of these programs try to make an early statement and build that resume. Welcome to Austin, Texas, and DKR, home of the Texas Longhorns. As we'll see the number 21 team in the country, the Iowa State Cyclones, taking on the 5th-ranked team in the land, the Texas Longhorns. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, David Pollack, and Jesse Palmer with me. Guys, it's time to get it going.
He'll bring it out. It's Rogers. He was looking for some running room, but not. To be found as he stopped at the 18. This is what we expected. This crowd ready to make its presence known. The give. He'll be stopped just short of the 20 at the 19. Give him one. Let's talk for a second about Iowa State. You start the season top 25, clearly expectations are flying your way, but with that might come some roadblocks.
Well, I think you got to take every week and every opponent one at a time. The number beside your name doesn't matter right now. The number matters late in the season. So you want to start the season fast. You want to be gelling on offense and on defense. I think that's the challenge early.
Absolutely. Figuring out who you are. Obviously some talented pieces, well thought of in the top 25, but a lot of season to go out and prove it. Day one, game one. Make that first impression.
One of the things I love about this defense is they just have such great awareness, and they're always communicating. They understood the down and distance. They knew exactly what they needed to do to make the tackle to force the punt. That is so well done.
So we're scoreless, their first drive of the game, and this coach is wasting no time taking a gamble by going for it on 4th down in his own territory. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. And they gambled in their own end, turn it over on downs, and now the other offense is set up.
Aggressive. You want to be aggressive. You want to take chances, and you tell your team about it all week, and you come out and you get an opportunity in the first half to go for it on 4th down. You shot your shot. The problem is now you put your defense in a bad situation early in this game where you got to try to find a way to get a stop and create some momentum.
Works his way ahead for about 3 yards, stopped at the 23.
This is the kind of game, a top 25 matchup in the early season that you look for when you're trying to build your resume.
Yeah, these are so fun because as a player, you kind of get bored if you don't get challenged. But when you got an early season challenge like this, all the adrenaline, all the juice, Palmer, you're ready to rock and roll.
I love this. We've had this game circled for a long time because we learn a lot in these types of games. What are these teams about? Which conferences are better? You're going to get a lot of answers today.
Keeping it on the ground with the single back. He's dragged down at the 12 as they try to cash in on this red zone opportunity. It'll be second down, and remember, they can pick up a first without scoring. Takes the handoff. It's Dickey. Smashes through the tackle. And he'll finish the run in the end zone. Touchdown, Texas! They strike first, and that opening drive of the season could not have gone better. And the PAT makes it 7-0. Kickoff unit is out there again, and this crowd is feeling themselves after that last drive. Fielded in the end zone, it's Townsend. Rolling the dice to bring it out of the end zone did not work out as he stopped at the 13. Iowa State sending the offense back out. What a turn that last drive was. Didn't pick up the fourth down, and it led to the scoring drive, David.
Yeah, and those are frustrating because you think you might get points and then your defense gives up points. This has got to be a complementary football type deal. The offense now needs to provide a little spark and give this defense some hope.
No doubt, David. They got to turn the page, and they've got to play with a little bit more urgency here, knowing they've got to get that one back and put a good drive together.
How about that last big play? You're backed up, and now you've got it 1st and 10 from the 46. Caught behind the line. It's Martin. Got the completion, but nowhere to go as that defense reacted quickly.
Well, there was really nowhere to go for the quarterback with that football. He's just trying to check it down to his running back, and the defense was there, and they made the play.
Looking downfield, it's Beck. Oh, he's going to try to get it all here. Grabs it at the 25 in stride. And they explode on that one, and they've got it down to the 22.
Yeah, and the quarterback knew exactly where he wanted to go with the football, had time, spins the ball deep. Nice job by this offense, understanding what the defense is giving them and creating the explosive play.
Using the quick game. Got some room, headed to the goal line. And he'll haul it in and take it to the end zone. Touchdown, Cyclones! These two guys, they just shared a glance, and they knew exactly what to do, David.
And how many times do we hear that? The quarterback talk about it after the game and go, hey, I just looked at him. He knew what I saw. I knew what he saw. We're on the same page. We've done this before. That chemistry equals big plays.
Extra point here will tie the game. And the point after is good. Quick work on that scoring drive, just 4 plays. And the scoring play comes on a touchdown pass from 22 yards out. Kickoff unit is out there, and boy, did that last drive quiet this crowd. And he's not going to take the touchback. Nothing wrong with the touchback, and they wish they had one right now, but he stopped at the 9-yard line. Here comes the Texas offense. They stuck the last drive in the end zone. They'll try to follow suit here. Out of the gun, they'll run it inside. And he's able to bounce off one tackle for a solid pickup. Guys, when you really take a look at Texas, everybody uses the portal to varying degrees. Sometimes you just fill the exact right hole that you want. And this team, as they start this season, not a ton of new faces here, Jesse.
They didn't, but I don't think it's because there was a lack of effort on the part of the coaches, David. I think they believe they've got the roster in place now to have success.
Yeah, because when you bring people in, a lot of times you tick people off on your own roster. So when you only bring a few in, you cherry pick some elite talent and some real concerns that you have, sometimes it just addresses everything you need.
The Longhorns come to the line on 3rd and short, trying to keep the drive alive. They'll go with a direct snap. He just needed a yard on 3rd down, and there just wasn't any room to pick it up. It's amazing how a play by a defensive end in the backfield can really swing the momentum not only of a series but of a game sometimes.
All you're trying to do is create negative plays, to get them behind the sticks a little bit, to get those sacks, to get those tackles for losses. You see so much stunting in college football up front with the defensive line because you know once you get one of those plays, you got the offense right where you want it.
Drop the football, and they'll turn it over on downs. And that decision will be questioned for a while. Couldn't ask for better starting field position for this offense. They'll try to get the edge on the left. He's guided out of bounds at the 12-yard line.
Well, you're down here in the red zone. You know you've got to be able to run the football, so good call going with the toss play. Nice blocking up front. Good patience by the back finding his crease.
Going to work on 2nd down in the red zone. Is still some ground to cover to pick up that 1st down. Using his feet, they'll knock him down for a loss of a couple. Looking to convert, they'll go to the Wildcat. Snap to the back. But it'll be enough for the 1st down, and they might mark that down to use the Wildcat again.
This offense has to get this guy the ball in as many ways as possible. He showed you all of his tools on that last play.
The Cyclones have it in scoring position on 1st and goal. He's going to lose a yard on that one. Defense rolls up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a 2nd and long coming. Corners showing press. They want to be physical here. And he really needed to hold on to that one, but it was not loose, and 3rd down is coming.
Well, they were trying to sneak him out of the backfield that time into the passing game, but that did not fool anybody on defense. What a hit, forcing that incompletion.
On 3rd and goal, they'll try to throw it in. Can't make the grab as he was looking for his man right at the goal line.
That's a big missed opportunity by the defense there, guys. If he's able to make that interception, all of a sudden, their offense is back on the field. But now, because he dropped it, it's still 4th down. And, of course, they're in field goal range.
We check in with Kevin Connors. What's going on, Kevin?
Fellas, week to week, you just never know, which is why we're here with an update. Michigan is currently ahead in this one inside a jam-packed Big House, but the Maize and Blue have struggled to really pull away. They're up by 7 over Georgia. for now, it's back to you fellas. But, of course, if anything changes, you'll see it right here.
And how about that one? Kevin will be keeping an eye on everything going on elsewhere. So they were able to put up a 3 spot on that last drive, and now the kickoff team out there as they prepare to put boot to leather. And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. They'll go to the toss. Finding an escape route. And a pickup of 8 opens a world of opportunities on 2nd and 2. And the Longhorns headed quickly to the line. Keeping it on the ground with the running back. They push it out to the 39 after picking up 5.
I'll tell you, this running back, he is running behind an offensive line that is playing in unison right now, doing a great job communicating pre-snap. They're getting hats on hats in the run game.
Unloads quickly. And just a short, safe pass play. They pick up a few.
And offenses nowadays, they're really just counting numbers. How many guys do you have out wide? How many guys do I have out wide? If I have enough guys to block your guys, boom, it's just built into the offense. Pitch, catch, let me get a few yards.
As they get set to snap it, time winding down here in the quarter. On the run, it's Lacy. And they make the stop, and that will likely bring us to the end of the first quarter. That's the end of the period, and Iowa State has the lead. 1 period in the books, and let's take a look at the stats. Now to see if these guys can get back in the game as we open the second quarter. So they go back to work after the break, and it is 3rd down. Jackson will throw. A little screen to the running back. He's got first down yardage across the 50. They'll mark it at the 49.
And a great job by the QB finding the running back, get in the football where he can do some damage after the catch, and most importantly, get the first down.
The Longhorns are moving quickly down the field. Wants to throw on first down. Now sliding to his left. Got a man. Inside the 40-yard line and out of bounds at the 39.
I love when QBs break the pocket and still look to attack. Because as soon as you break the pocket, I'm thinking, oh, man, he's going to take off and run, and I might come up. But those big plays can be made down the field. Nice job by the quarterback keeping his eyes down the field.
Offense will take that. Free 5 yards every time. Bad discipline by the defense.
Defense a little too eager on that last one, and now it's 1st and 5. Quarterback adjusting the pattern. Looking to throw. Finds his big tight end. All down, but they'll move the sticks as he picks up the first down. That's why the good Lord invented tight ends, isn't it, David? Get a good pickup on first down, open up the entire playbook.
And it just makes life so easy on quarterbacks. I mean, you got these guys that are so gifted athletically that you can do everything with them. They're like overgrown wide receivers, and now understanding zones and how to attack them. It's just unbelievable when you got these kind of big athletes.
And as an offensive coordinator, you don't need the perfect play with this guy as your running back. He's going to make the play perfect for you because he makes everybody miss. Spin moves, hurdles, stiff arms, speed, whatever it takes to move the sticks and score touchdowns.
Halfway there on first down, it's 2nd and 5. They'll run it from the gun. Fights through the pile and picks up a couple down to the 16.
The big fella in the middle, man. Those defensive tackles, they go such a long way in deciding and really stopping the other team's run game. Just forcing contact with those guards and those centers, owning the line of scrimmage, and getting running backs on the ground.
They'll try to pick it up on the ground. Got some room, headed to the goal line. And he runs it in for the score. Touchdown, Longhorns! Follow the blockers. The offensive line will take you to the hallelujah land.
And that's tell you what, most of the time, Reese, it requires a little bit of skill to find that hole and slither through a little crack. That was not a crack. That was wide open. Didn't take a lot of vision because the blocking was outstanding.
Rolling the dice to bring it out of the end zone did not work out as he stopped at the 13. Some of this, they'll go to the Wildcat formation here. Back has it. And this Wildcat is going to be declawed, stopped in the backfield.
And this offense on first down, man, they go backwards. And they built a deficit, and they've been sluggish. And they just need something to get going, to get started, because they've kind of looked out of sorts and out of rhythm this whole game.
Looking downfield, it's Beck. Going over the top. Makes the catch down the right side. They'll mark him down right there, but it is a big play, and they'll move the chains. No matter where they are on the field, they'll go for those chunk plays, and they got one that has them set up 1st and 10 at the 42. Looking to throw on first down. Quarterback needs to make a better throw there. Incomplete.
The offense just has not been able to find a way to get their rhythm going here in the first half. We just haven't seen it in the passing game. That was a really good example of it again. If they're going to score more points in the second half, they've got to make some adjustments here at halftime.
Trying to set up the screen. And a good job in coverage there as they stop it after just a few. And the Cyclones moving quickly to the line. Timeout called by the defense. It's their first of the half as they'll go to the sideline and try to make adjustments. Horns up and ready to hook them. Serious noise on third down in DKR. An unforced error there. They don't get the snap off in time. So frustrating to see an offense lose track of the play clock and pick up a penalty like that. Here they come, facing 3rd and long from the 40. To the air, it's Beck. Looking to buy time. Unleashes it. He's got it. That'll be enough for the first down as they stop him at the 43-yard line. This is a really good call because that angle route is tough to cover, especially on a third down.
And that's a really tough route to cover because the running back looks like he's going to the flats and then cuts it right to the middle of the field. Easy pitch and catch from quarterback to running back to get the first down.
Got his man quickly. And they pick up just a few on that completion.
Nice catch by the big target. Those big tight ends, you can tell in football, are just becoming more and more of a weapon on every single team.
Plenty of distance between them and the sticks here on second down. Wants to throw it. And he got smacked just as he released the pass. It's incomplete.
And this offensive line's got to do a little better job, man. You've got to give your quarterback time to go through his progressions from go to 1 to 2 and then maybe make a play. And he goes off of his first target, and you can tell he did not have much time getting hit as he's trying to throw the football. You've got to protect your quarterback.
Trying to move the sticks on third down through the air. And they can't hook up on the big play, and that brings up a 4th down.
Well, we know this offense hasn't been able to get it going on the ground so far in this game. Now they're trying through the air, but give this defense credit. They've got a really good game plan. They've got all 11 guys on that side of the ball executing perfectly. Fantastic job in the back end that time, being in position and making sure that thing fell incomplete.
He got it. It's now a 1-point game, 14-13. So the kickoff team is out there ready to boot it away after putting up a field goal. Let's see what the defense can do. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. No reason to be in a big rush. They have some time here late in the half. Direct snap. Pick up 9 on 1st down. It'll bring up 2nd and short. We've reached the 2-minute timeout, and they'll talk it over to see if they can build on this lead before halftime. The Longhorns with myriad options after that big pickup on 1st down. Here's the handoff. And they'll spot it at the 38, and that'll be plenty for the 1st down.
All right, nothing flashy there. He just did what it took to get the 1st down.
It's 1st and 10 from the 38-yard line. Jackson gonna throw it. And the quarterback will take a sack back at the 36.
How nice is it as a defense when you can drop 7 guys into coverage, only rush 4, and still get home? That makes you feel good if you're the D coordinator.
They'll go to work in the air on 2nd down. He's going to run it. Nice run there to keep things moving before they force him out of bounds.
And that's a pretty good job by this defense. Man, it's so hard to limit these quarterbacks, and they're spreading you out all over the field. When they take off, it's hard to limit the damage. Nice job limiting the damage. And I tell you what, make it physical. Finish those plays and try to tackle that guy and make him think about running the football in the future.
On 3rd and long, he's going to have to throw for it. He gets it so close to the 1st down marker, but I think he's going to be a touch short. Just not able to shake enough defenders and comes up a little bit short.
And I think a lot of times on 3rd down, Reese, you bet on your guy. When you're an offensive guy, you say, okay, he's going to break a tackle, he's going to get north and south and somehow get the 1st down. Nice tackling by the defense, understanding where they had to get to and forcing the 4th down.
And the Longhorns have it with a 1st and 10. Wide receiver going in motion. To the air on 1st down. Makes the grab. It's Lacy. And he'll run across the sidelines after the good gain.
One of the things you love about this running back is not only can he run between the tackles, but he's also a weapon in this offense catching the football.
The Longhorns can really attack on this 2nd and short. Fired that thing out in a heartbeat, but it's incomplete.
Tell you what, that was a lightning-fast decision. You could tell he knew what he wanted to do right away, makes the decision, but maybe his footwork wasn't a little bit good, and the pass wasn't where he wanted to put that thing. I know that.
And the Longhorns come to the line on 3rd down, trying to keep this drive alive. Jackson will throw. Scrambling away. Fires to the big fella. He steps out of bounds, but he's got a 1st down on the play.
All right, defense. It ain't working. Right? They're stringing together. Downs here. We're going to need to change this up, find something we can disrupt the quarterback and mess up this offense a little bit.
So he took a chance by using a timeout on the challenge, and it comes back to bite him. We'll see if he needs that timeout later. They'll put it in play from the 41 on 1st down. Leaves it with the running back. Runs through a tackle. He's got 50 yards on the ground, a very productive first half here in the season opener.
Coaches always harp about staying ahead of the chains, and when you can run with that type of efficiency on first down, man, you are doing just that.
The Longhorns with a 2nd and short to keep this drive moving. The give on the inside. They knock him down, but he's got enough to get it across the line and pick up the first down. Timeout called by the offense, and now they just have 1 remaining in the half. The Longhorns pounded the rock to move the sticks, now back to work. Looking downfield on first down. Here comes the rush, and they've got him wrapped up at the 28. After that 5-yard loss, some work to do now to keep this drive humming at 2nd and 15. Looking downfield very late in the half. The quarterback doesn't throw it away. Instead, the defense forces a loss.
This is a quarterback who's used to using his athleticism to his advantage and burning defenses, but there was nothing going there. Great job by the defense, taking everything away and forcing a run for a loss, as that quarterback was smart to get out of bounds.
Just a few seconds remaining here as they try to put something up before halftime. The give to the tailback. He won't get there. It'll bring up 4th down. The offense calls timeout, and they won't have any more left this half. Just a few seconds to go here in the first half, and they'll send out the field goal team. Defense calls the timeout, trying to build up the nerves with this kicker. He'll try to put up the 3 ball from 43 yards away. They'd love nothing better than to add a 3 ball here before the break. He'll try to put up the 3 ball from 43 yards away. Good, right down the boulevard. And the field goal to end the half takes us to halftime. We've played 2 quarters here. Time to go to Kevin Connors in our halftime update. Go ahead and roll the dice to start this second half. They're lined up for an onside kick. Football, but I think they touched it too soon. Flag on the field, and I believe it's coming back. So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. They'll move the wide receiver. They'll give it to the back. They'll pick up 4, 2nd and 6 coming.
And I kind of like how the running back didn't mess around. Like, just get downhill when you see an opening. A lot of times they close so fast, man. Be decisive, stick your foot in the ground, pick up 3 to 4, and we are not going to complain.
Solid pickup of 4 on 1st down and 2nd and 6. Just enough room to gain a couple down to the 34.
And, man, the big fellas up front, they don't get a lot of credit. They don't get talked about a lot unless it's negative, but they're the big component, man. They've got to get some push, to get some running lanes, get this running game going. They're the ones that make it go.
And the Longhorns are at the line looking to convert on 3rd and short. Trying to make magic with his feet. And he scoots his way to the 1st down and then slides to avoid the hit.
Usually when a QB takes off and scrambles, it's because the defense didn't do a great job keeping lane integrity, not keeping him in the pocket, letting him get outside, and then he can do damage. Then it's the next play that you have to play instead of just the original pass. So defense has got to do a better job keeping that guy in the pocket.
This shouldn't be a surprise to anybody. If you've got the lead in the 3rd quarter and you want to keep it, you got to bleed the clock. Best way to do that, run the football. And you're now seeing this offense call these run plays back to back. They are trying to be physical and they're trying to stay on the field.
They get him down, but he was driving his way and gets it down to the 7-yard line. The RPO, fire complete to the left. So close to that end zone, he can almost taste it, but it'll be 1st and goal for this offense.
This slot receiver is a guy the defense has to be careful of. He runs good routes, he's got some speed, and if you're not careful, this guy can gash you.
The Longhorns trying to cash it in on 1st and goal. Snap it to the back. He's going to lose a yard on that one.
And if this defense wants to get back in the football game, they've got to match the physicality of this offense. And that's a great start here in the 2nd half. Like coming out, not letting them run the football, being the more physical and more aggressive team.
And he was drilled just as he released the pass. It's incomplete.
Nice execution by this defense on 2nd and goal. And they try to throw the football. They stay tight on them. If I'm this offense, maybe I run some crossers, a little pick route, try to get my guy open.
The defense stiffened on the last play. Now it's 3rd and goal again from the 2. Jackson gonna throw it. Touchdown, Texas! Fired in from the red zone for the score.
3rd and goal situation, and as a quarterback, you're thinking, I got to find Mr. Dependable. Who is that? It's always the tight end. He does a nice job on the route. He's a really big target. That was a smart decision by the quarterback, and it ends up being a touchdown.
Looking for blockers. And the return man is stopped, and that'll leave it up to the offense on the next drive. Iowa State has the ball back. The Cyclones ready to go on offense. You want to talk about having a weapon to bail out a drive? David, that's why kickers are so important after that long field goal.
And listen, important is a relative term. We need to make longer passes and get better gains so we don't have to kick long field goals, Palmer, again on offense.
And they've got the weapons to do that, David. They just got to be able to dial those plays up. Guys have to be able to make them one-on-one to make life easier on this kicker who is so important to this team.
Turning it on! And they'll pick up the 1st down and mark it at the 47.
And that's why QBs love their tight ends so much, right? Especially when they're athletic, because they make short throws turn into long gains. Because of his ability after the catch, it's so unique and special. He is dominant in this offense.
And this will be incomplete. A big hit there forces 2nd down.
And there's so much for a quarterback to think about. Stick it out in the belly. Do I pull it? Now when I pull it, I got to get my feet set. Make an accurate throw to the right guy. So a lot of things going on. And I think that you saw that led to a little bit of inaccuracy.
Behind the chains now on 2nd and long. Handoff to the single back. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that.
And coming out in the second half, this offense, they needed to establish this run game. They needed to get something going. They're losing. They've got to find a way to get a flow, to get a rhythm. And so far here to start this second half, defense picking up where it left off.
Wants to throw. It's Beck. He lets it fly. And that'll be incomplete. They certainly weren't afraid to take a shot there, and now it's 4th down.
It's so nice when you know it's 3rd and long, you know a pass is coming, you worked on it all week, get your feet set at the sticks, understand that quarterback's got to be rushed, get him off of his spot. Nice execution by this defense.
A fairly short distance here toward the sidelines, not his best work. And here comes the Texas offense back on the field. Last drive went for 6. We'll see if they can do it again. Oh, they're after him. On the move, he fires. On target to the left. Oh, he's got some space. And he got enough for the 1st down, but somebody put the hit stick upside his head. Burnt orange burning some secondaries, working this guy down the field.
Yeah, and making those big plays down the field, Texas. When you think about great teams, you think about explosive playmakers, making those big plays, keeping those defenses on their heels.
Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. After the productive 1st down play, it's 2nd and 6. Using his legs, it's Baxter. To the 15. Got enough space. And he'll sit to the house. Touchdown, Longhorns!
And this offense is clicking. Another touchdown. Didn't have to go far for this drive, but this offense is doing what they want, how they want, when they want.
And they tack on the PAT. It's 31-13. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. Iowa State sending the offense back out. That last drive fizzled out, Jesse. They had to punt it.
Yeah, they did. And, David, they're just going to have to do a better job this time around erasing the mental mistakes.
And just trying to...
He's got it on the left. Smashes ahead. Just making a huge play, and he sets him up all the way down at the 14.
And how about the big strike down the field? I love when offenses take shots down the field, try to make big plays. Now they're set up in the red zone.
Unloads it left. Touchdown, Iowa State. They get it into the end zone to pay off that opportunity.
This guy is officially a problem. His 2nd receiving touchdown of the game. Nice job by the offense. Dude, if I've got a matchup I like, continue to pick at it until they stop it.
Motion from the wideout. Looking for a man. It's Beck. Pressure coming. Intercepted deep in his own end.
I love the coverage by the defense right here. Great job getting up in their space. Nothing easy down here for a 2-point conversion. The interception was just great.
They're coming out to tee it up for the kickoff, and that last score was a real buzzkill for this crowd. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. And he is stopped immediately by the big defensive lineman.
If you're going to stop the run game, you better be physical up front on the defensive line. They've got some maulers. They've got some dudes with bad intentions. Nice play there.
They got nothing on the last play. It's 2nd and 10. One back in the backfield, and they'll give it to him. Surges across the 30, out to the 32, a 6-yard run.
We love to see this on offense. Early in drives, getting that kind of yardage keeps you ahead of the chains.
And the Longhorns are at the line looking to convert on 3rd and short. Looking to throw for it. He'll loft one deep down the left side. He's got it inside the 25. Touchdown, Texas! And once he found open space, the band might as well start playing.
Quarterback's abilities to read the field is huge, and also the anticipation, the timing. To be able to throw the football, Jesse, and hit a guy in stride so he can get run after the catch and get in the end zone, that was a nice job by the quarterback.
Yeah, it's critical, David. Listen, a lot of times, touchdown passes aren't thrown into the end zone. You've got to read the coverage, hit the open guy, and let him do the rest.
Not nearly as much as he'd hoped when he brought it out of the end zone. He'll be stopped at the 15. Lining up in the Wildcat. Let's see what they've got. Direct snap. It's Peppers. So they come to the line, and the Wildcat going to give him a different look. Sends it back in motion. On the snap, it's Peppers. There he goes. He'll be stopped and forced out of bounds right around the 34-yard line, and now they've got a little something brewing.
Yeah, and way to be creative, way to get the ball in the perimeter really quickly, get some speed outside. All you got to do is secure that edge, and you're just trying to get that first down. Nice job, nice play call by the offense.
On the direct snap, it's Peppers. Plows through the defense. And the Wildcat is not working. They knock him down behind the line. We thought we'd see a little Wildcat formation in this spot, and here it is. Direct snap. Got a little space. And he was able to pick up a few yards on the ground, and the clock has run out here in the 3rd. Guys, it is Texas who holds the lead. And they've built a comfortable lead after 3 quarters of play. Let's take a look at how we've gotten here. And we're just about ready to go with the final quarter. With the break, they had a little extra time to dial something up for this 3rd down play. Movement on the offensive line. That's going to be a false start, and they'll walk it back. The officials offer the deal, and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty. Now this offense facing a 3rd and long from their own 30. They'll send the back in motion. Throws it back. Gets it out quickly. Oh, a lot of space. Touchdown, Cyclones. Once he got some room, it was over.
And that is just outstanding execution on that pass play. Great route by the receiver. Good timing on the throw by the QB. Receiver catches it in stride, turns on the jets, and is gone.
And let's check in with Kevin Connors in the studio. Kevin?
All right, guys, a little update on what else is happening in college football this weekend. USC is putting on an offensive clinic. They've built a big lead, and this one is approaching blowout territory. They're up by 17 over Fresno State. Just another week of college football where we've come to expect the unexpected. Fellas?
Oh, and how about that? I know Kevin and those guys will be keeping an eye on it for us. And here come the horns. They've got it again on offense. Handoff to the single running back. And he's able to shed one tackle and pick up pretty good yardage.
They've got a lead here in the fourth quarter, and there's certainly still plenty of football to go, but this is where you'd love to control the flow of the game, right? You want to dictate everything to the defense, and you do that by running the football. That was a really nice run. This offensive line is firing off late. Looks like they're getting stronger as the game goes on, and that is a good sign for the offense.
Basic run plays. I don't need a bunch of complicated stuff sometimes. I just need to get the first down and get the sticks moving.
They've got it at the 37. It's 1st and 10. Jackson will throw. He lobs one high down the left side. He's got it along the sideline. And he got away from the defense and takes it in. Touchdown, Longhorn!
And the offense putting up more points, and guess who's jacked up? This home crowd starting the season off with offensive fireworks and looking to go 1-0. They are loving their squad.
Coming out with it, it's Townsend. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. State has the ball back. The Cyclones ready to go on offense. It looks as if this game is going to be one to just drag to the recycle bin, but the idea now is to finish strong and just take whatever happens in the rankings next week. Here's the snap, looking to throw. Fires to the wideout. Oh, he drops the football. He had him right down the gut of the field. Instead, it'll be 2nd down. Couldn't make the connection last time. Let's see if they throw it again. Back to pass. Looking deep. Complete to the left. And it's a 1st down. They'll mark it at the 44.
This defense has really done a good job containing this superstar quarterback. But now it's the big-time moment. In the fourth quarter, you know the ball's going to be in his hands. Got to get to him. Got to ruffle his feathers, hit him a few times, make him feel uncomfortable.
He's going to let it go. And it's caught inside the 30. He goes out of bounds across the 25, mark it at the 24, and this defense, its head is spinning. Looking to throw, it's Beck. Snagged in the middle, it's Townsend. They get him down, but this offense is set up 1st and goal from the 9. The Cyclones are in the hurry-up. Lost to throw again. Under fire. Quarterback feeling the pressure, and down he goes at the 22.
It's pretty obvious. This defense came into this one knowing they were going to have to play a complete game until there were zeros on the clock, especially against this quarterback. You cannot take your foot off the gas, and that's exactly what they're doing here.
Deep shot for the end zone. It's picked off, and they ruin the drive with a turnover.
And as a defensive lineman late in the game, man, when you know it's passion, you're pinning your ears back, trying to get to the quarterback, and DBs are trying to do this. Pad them stats, get the INT. Nice job by this D.
The give, and tick, 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 tick. Stopped at the 25 after a 5-yard gain.
And here's the mindset if you're on offense. Fourth quarter, you've got a huge lead. Obviously, you're going to run the football, but just be aware of the clock. You don't want to snap it too quickly. You're probably just doing safe runs inside the tackles like you saw right there. You just got to execute. You got to be aware. But you've got this game in hand so long as you don't turn it over.
Halfway there on first down, it's 2nd and 5. Wants to go up top. Grabbed in the backfield. It's Sticky. He almost picked up the first down on that one, but he'll be just a little bit short.
Yeah, and you're going to see this offense find different ways to get this running back involved. It's not just going to be on handoffs, and they're certainly going to line him up in different places and even throw him the football. But the screen game's a big part of it, too. They're trying to get him going there.
The Longhorns really need to keep this drive alive on 3rd down. Toss to the outside. They thought they could just run it on 3rd and short, but this defense was there to make the stop.
Great job by the defense. Everybody firing off the ball, hitting their guys, holding their gaps, running to the football, nowhere to go.
The Longhorns will try to move the chains on 4th down. Timeout called there by the defense, desperate to get the ball back and save as much time as possible. And the Longhorns send out the punt unit. The punter going to get his first work of the afternoon. He'll field the punt and see what he can get. And the returner will be knocked down. Iowa State sending the offense back out. Boy, they had that last drive moving a little bit, David, but then the mistake just crushed them.
Yeah, and those mistakes are going to happen. You're going to throw the football, you're going to throw interceptions. But I think I stay aggressive with this offense. I get back to what I did in the first part of that drive, what made me successful.
I agree, David. Just turn the page. If you're a quarterback, forget about it, move on, play the next play.
And the Cyclones come to the line in the hurry-up. Dropping back, it's Beck. Catch in the middle, it's Martin. Really confident throw and catch there. Big pickup, and they have a first down. Trying to cap this drive with the pass. Connection to the right. And into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, Iowa State.
How about the bomb by the offense? The Hail Mary, they go deep. The defense knows it's coming. But where are they? Where is the defense? You got to stay as deep as the deepest and make sure this doesn't happen. The Hail Mary to success.
And he splits the uprights on the extra point.
Texas, 44, Iowa State, 33.
They are running out of time here. They need to get the ball back. They'll line up for the onside kick. They were ready for the onside kick and executed perfectly, and they secure the football. So Texas has it again, and here comes the offense. They still have the lead here, Jesse, but this would be a good time to put together a drive.
You're right, Reese. You can't rest easy right now. You just watch the opponent drive down the field and score a touchdown of their own, so you've got to answer that here. Your playmakers better step up.
And I don't know what it is about momentum. In all the locker rooms and all the years, coaching, everything, you can't quantify it, you can't measure it. And the momentum has swung to the other side. You got to get it back.
Got rid of it quickly, but it's incomplete. After the second down misfire, looking at a 3rd and 8. Quarterback may change this route. Jackson gonna throw it. Under fire. They'll move the chains. Good execution on 3rd down. They've got it at the 41. The Longhorns will snap it on 1st and 10. Smart move to keep it on the ground.
These situations are preached so much in college football. Finishing a game strong, understanding circumstances. They are running the football right at you, trying to keep that clock moving, get a few first downs, and get a W.
No reason to do anything here except keep it on the ground on 2nd and 5. They'll ride the running back and leave it with him. And this one will be stopped for no gain.
Love the job by the defense here with their eye discipline. That's an RPO. It can be tricky to locate the football, but they found the running back quickly. Those linebackers and DBs really came screaming down to the line.
Breaks into the open. They finally get him on the ground, but he's got an explosive play for the first down. Guys, this one's going to go down as a nice win against a ranked opponent, and we didn't get the upset that many had thought we might.
No, they proved to the entire country watching this game that they are indeed the superior team. Offensively, defensively, running, throwing, whatever it is they wanted to get accomplished today in all three phases, David, they were better.
Yeah, and listen, at this point, I don't really care about the beauty contest. Like, your goal is to survive and advance. You played a really, really good opponent. You took care of business and continue to stay above them in the rankings, which is the only thing that matters at this point in the season. And with the stuff there, Jesse, on 2nd down, this little 3rd to mid-range, you got 2 downs. What are you thinking here?
Maybe getting your quarterback out on the perimeter and giving him a run-pass option. See if you can get the defense in a bind.
Still some work to do here on 3rd and goal from the 3. Quarterback extends the play. Touchdown, Texas! Fit it in the window for the score. Texas fighting them through the air and on the ground. Reminiscent of Colt McCoy's big day against A&M in 2009.
Yeah, just doing whatever they want. And this is a good spot to be. Listen, Texas gets a highly recruited kid at quarterback every single year. Can this be the guy that takes them to the next level? Today is a good day.
Kickoff unit getting some extra work as this lead has really grown. He'll bring it out. It's Townsend. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. They'll start this drive from the 18-yard line. Looking to pass. It's Beck. Fires to the middle. All kinds of room to throw that one in there. Turning it on. Past the 30. The 10. Touchdown, Cyclones. He broke away from the defense, and they couldn't catch him.
How about the bomb? The Hail Mary coming out, and the offense executes it great. They throw the ball deep. Where's the defense? Man, you know this ball is going deep. You know they need it. They got to have it. And the defense just doesn't play great, doesn't get to the football to make a play.
And he was greeted by a host of defenders and barely gets it back to the line of scrimmage. The hands team out there to avert disaster, and so they do. They ought to be able to run out the clock from here.
Yeah, and this is why you put your hands team on the field most of the time when you know it's coming, and you put those guys that are great catchers of the football. The first guys, what do? They go block. They go blow somebody up. The next guys catch the football, secure, get your butt on the ground. And most of the time when you do this, the ball game is over.
What a show both of these teams put on today. Couple of outstanding squads, hotly contested battle all the way to the very end.
Yeah, we came into this one expecting this to be a back-and-forth battle. We knew it was going to go down late into the fourth quarter. At the end of the day, the higher-ranked team, David, they were really able to lean on those playmakers and that leadership they've got in the locker room.
Yeah, and now I think even more so, you're starting to believe in them. They're battle-tested. This team they find a way to get things done. That's why they're ranked where they're at. And I expect this team to stay in contention for the college football playoff because they're proving week in and week out they're a really good squad.
Thanks so much for spending some time with us. For David Pollack and Jesse Palmer, I'm Reese Davis, and this has been another presentation of EA Sports College Football.